And that's the reason we left AFCON early, like you said. And if they don't address that, we're leaving World Cup early as well.
We're coming back early.
There's also rumors of Mo Salah coming to Sundowns. I mean,
hey man, come on.
Come on, guys. Sorry to anyone who supports Kosovo who's watching this.
What are the chances?
How did you find us? How did you find us? Who knows if the Liverpool job is up for grabs as well?
I think that one it's open.
Because I don't know if Arne Slot's going to be there next season.
I don't think. I want to bet my last dollar on it. I don't think he's going to be there.
One of the most boring episodes you'll ever come across because it is international break time. Welcome to it. This is Black and White Boots.
If it was for you, were you going to have these international breaks or would you have qualifiers when the season is completed?
You have to. You have to do it this way because you can't have the managers of international games not having their team for months and months and months on end. They have to get together in camp at least every couple of months, spend a week together, see what's going on, and then go back again. Also, for players who are injured that maybe haven't come into the camp, you have to give them an opportunity. So it's important. I get that it's important.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change the rules.
I don't think you can do it any other way.
No, I can't think of any other way to do it.
Because even when the season is done, players need to go on their own break.
Absolutely. But for me, I'm not enjoying this disruption.
Just
to the Betway Premiership.
Everywhere else, when you start to enjoy the
Premier League, even Champions League, this disruption's not welcome.
No, it's not worth it. Well, not in that terms,
Yeah, it's not welcome. But in saying that, at the end of the day, it's an opportunity to watch Bafana in action again. This is our last chance before the World Cup.
I believe so. I think this is the last chance where Hugo Bruce has to assess who is really, really taking to the World Cup. So
because he'll have some friendlies before. I think they'll have, but
indoors.
Behind closed doors, maybe
I don't know.
Maybe 1 or 2 games before they leave South Africa, before they leave to camp in Mexico.
Yeah,
and then I think they'll maybe have a game in Mexico before the World Cup starts.
But I think this is the last fixtures for to suss out all the players for the World Cup. I think it's very critical for Hugo Bruce, these 2 fixtures.
And based on the evidence of Friday night's fixture, players aren't grasping at the opportunity, are they? It felt a bit pedestrian.
Yeah.
And let's be clear. I haven't checked the rankings, but Bafana and Panama aren't in the same league.
Yeah,
Panama's a much better side.
Look, Panama is high up there because Panama it's ranked, I think, 32. So they are not a pushover. They're actually a good side. So if you look at where we are versus where they are, they're quite a massive side.
Right.
So my issue with the Friday game is that we are seeing the very same game that we played against, was it Cameroon when we were knocked out of CAF, where we create a lot of chances in the first half and we don't convert. And then the opposition, because they are clinical, they just get that one opportunity and they score. And that is my biggest problem with Bafana, that we're not scoring, but we're creating those chances. And if we do that in the World Cup, we might as well just, not unpack our bags.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a distinct lack of quality from both teams. And you are correct. Panama is ranked 33rd and Bafana is ranked 60th in the world.
So there's like 50.
So they're a better team than Bafana.
Yeah, they're better.
In the ranking.
But Bafana looked like a better side on Friday.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm saying. Is like this isn't the same level of football team. Bafana is a far better football team.
Way better. They played well. I enjoyed watching. They were knocking the ball around very well. There was fluidity. The players were getting each other. But I think there's few players that are still going to get a chop there. And I don't want to mention names. I think it's unfair. But I don't think out of the players that are selected now, I think there's few that are are gonna get the chop. My issue, it's just goals. Goals are not coming, and myself and you were talking about Foster not looking like he's a Premier League striker. You know, he had some opportunities where he couldn't convert, and I'm like, you do this in a World Cup, you're gonna come back, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know how many countries there are at the World Cup right now that you can say, oh, we've got a Premier League striker.
Not many.
No, there's not that many that have Premier League strikers in their ranks.
Yeah.
There's a few exceptions that don't want Premier League strikers in their ranks necessarily, like France, who have better strikers than what the Premier League can produce, right?
Yeah.
In many ways. But in saying that, there's a lot of teams at this World Cup that would be dreaming of having a Premier League striker. And Lyle Foster didn't show us that, not on Friday night at least. And in a few run-outs in the Bafana shirt before this even, that you've questioned the clinical nature of Lyle Foster. And it's what Bafana needs desperately is for their number 9 to bury chances when they come.
Definitely. And with the World Cup, Marco, you can't be presented with 10 opportunities. It's impossible. You're going to get 1 or 2. Teams are going to be cagey. You're going to get 1, 2, 3 opportunities. And you have to be, as a striker, you have to at least convert. If you don't convert, we're gonna have problems, you know. And I see a lot of people are asking why the guy like Reynolds is not in the squad. And yeah, you also ask yourself, if goals are not coming, why are we sticking to the same people? You know what I mean?
One bright spark I would say is Mudiba.
Yeah,
I think he's still showing what he offers.
He was there falling by himself as well.
That was a single moment. Okay, let's not pick out the one single moment. That was crazy. But I think
that's Mudiba.
That's Mudiba falling over his own feet.
Yeah.
We're familiar with Mulalo. And we know how important
another
he's going to be.
Another player as well that is very important. But when I watch him in that game, he sort of like, he was casual about it, you know. I don't know if it's one of those things where you know that your place is guaranteed, you know. But even the goal came from his mistake, you know. All those things is things that we're complaining about prior to AFCON, that, you know what, Bafana plays good football. But players tend to be casual. You know, they don't convert their chances, and those are not hallmark of champions. You know, teams that are really, really good, when they get 1 or 2 opportunities, they convert. We saw it with, I'm going to reference again, Cameroon. Cameroon were nowhere near when we were playing in AFCON.
Absolutely.
Nowhere near us. Got 1 or 2 chances, boom.
Buried them.
Buried the game.
And that's it.
That's it. You're done. In competition, you have to bury your chances. And that is the biggest problem that I see with Bafana. They don't take their chances.
We've said this about Evidence Mahopa.
Yeah.
We've been saying it now about Lyle Foster.
Yeah.
Who do you bring in?
Reynolds.
It's the only one. It's the only answer. He has to be given an opportunity now.
I'm hoping that, look, I don't think it would be fair to drop Foster. You know, I think you have to go to a World Cup. It's a big stage. You have to go with a player like that, with that.
His ability is undeniable.
Of course.
I mean, you look at how he got into those positions, those goal scoring opportunities in the first place. He's an absolute quality footballer.
Yeah.
And it's hard to criticize a player who's as good as he is in many ways. But he has to be clinical.
He has to be clinical. And I think one other thing that they need to work hard on is to understand that as Lyle Foster, yes, you're a number 9, we're expecting goals from you. But if you assist, it's still good for the team. Because there were chances where all he needed to do was to cut back and cross the ball. And he didn't do that. He just went for goal and he couldn't score because the angle was too tight. Another opportunity came where he did cut and then he was facing the keeper. He shoot and the keeper blocked the ball. And I think it was Apolis who was clear head. He crossed the ball. Apolis, it was an open net. So chances like those, you have to play for the team. And unfortunately for Lyle, I think his striker instinct kicked in immediately and then he wants to hit the back of the net. But he has to work on that so that the entire team can benefit, I think, in my view. Because he was in good positions a lot of times.
I love a striker who's greedy for goals, but just get the goals then.
Yeah, then get the goals. If you miss one, second time, try and pass.
Yeah.
You know?
But get the goals. If you're going to be greedy for goals, get the goals.
But I would like to see him, Mahopa, and Renas in that final squad.
Yeah, to have 3 number 9s competing with each other for that position.
Yeah.
And if it's not working with one in the first half, then bring on another.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way to go. There are a couple bright sparks though.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all doom and gloom for Bafana. Like we said, they did play well actually, and we'll get back to the defense. but a man whose name I've been praising all season, Oswin Napolis, put in another good performance.
Yeah, man of the match.
Just more bright sparks from that Pirates side is Musuphi.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a dangerous player to come on for Bafana.
Definitely.
He's going to be one of the super subs of the tournament.
I was about to say that, yeah.
He comes on and creates chaos, pace, speed, whatever. Can you imagine against a tiring side in a World Cup game where they've just played 3 games in a row, whatever. It's the last game of the group stages. Your opponents are looking leggy, and then now you see Musuphi come on and you must be praying.
Yeah,
you must just be on your knees praying and thinking to yourself, how am I going to deal with this guy?
Yeah.
He's absolute chaos, and in a good way for Bafana. And this is why they're creating opportunities in the same way of why Orlando Pirates creates as many opportunities as they do, is these sorts of chaos players like Oswin Napolis, like Musuphi. And I think it does look good for Bafana, especially when you see the performance from some of their opposition coming up in the tournaments. I know we don't know all the teams as yet, but I think by tomorrow night we'll know everyone, right? Yeah, so by tomorrow night or by tomorrow we'll know everybody in the tournament. So we'll know Bafana's final fixture in the group stages as well. But Mexico not looking their fluid best. I know they played against the Portugal side, but Portugal's one of the best teams in the world. But that was a bland fixture for both teams, So I think that Bafana, there's a real opportunity there, and we should be optimistic. I don't see why we shouldn't be optimistic about this Bafana side.
With all that I've said, I'm still very much positive. I think there's good things in that team. There's depth, I mean, you look at the players that started, it was not your traditional, first 11 that you would have anticipated, Shigabala is back, like Zwane is back. If we can get him to be 100% match fit, he's going to be a very good number 10 for us. So there's a whole lot of quality in that squad. I think it's just a matter of fine-tuning those little things. I remember, and I keep going back to AFCON, because in AFCON, we should not have exited the AFCON that early. Silly mistake that I call high school errors. Cost us the games, and if you look at Yongezana mistake, all those things, if we can fine-tune those and reduce on our mistakes and be more clinical in front of goals, the opportunities, this Bafana side can be the first team that actually advance to the knockout stages.
Let's hope they start tonight, because it's going to be important, because we've been complaining about this clinical issue.
Yeah.
They've had an opportunity to address that. Be like, guys, we need to finish our chances, etc. And it happened again on Friday night. And that's the reason we left AFCON early, like you said. And if they don't address that, we're leaving World Cup early as well.
We're coming back early.
That's it.
That's the only thing that is missing with our game, is just to be more clinical, because opportunities are being created.
Let's talk about Hugo Bruce for a second.
Yeah.
He's set up this Bafana side well. They're strong, dogged, determined, and then they're very quick on the counter-attack, fluid in the passing, in the build-up, etc. They're great in transitional play, which is dangerous, especially for a side that maybe is less physically inclined than some of the competition they will be facing at the World Cup. It's a good setup that Hugo Bruce has put together for this Bafana side. He's used the strength of these players well.
Yeah, he has. And which is why I think he is not even budging about sort of maybe releasing Mamelodi Sundowns, because Mamelodi Sundowns players rather, because he knows what is at stake. So he has built a team around them as well, and this fixture tonight is as important for him, to fine-tune whatever he needs to do in preparation for the World Cup, because after this he's not going to have any other opportunity to have a look at any other players. So I think it's very important that he has his full squad for this fixture. But coming to your point, I think he has built a massive squad in terms of mentality. Those guys, they really, really want to play for him, and I think that's why he does get into trouble with some fans. Because he tend to overlook certain players because he believes so much in the camp's mood that he doesn't want to disrupt the mood. He wants people that have got certain qualities to what he wants, So I think he has built a very, very good squad.
Yeah, I think this is the best Bafana side we've seen in a very long time.
It's sad that it hasn't really delivered a trophy, but we came very close and for the longest time.
Yeah, and he's key to this, and he's the main reason why this Bafana side is as good as it is.
No, definitely.
Yes, there's more quality in the squad, and it's nice to see that there's some good young players also in Bafana shirts, and hopefully we can just be at the next World Cup as well.
Yeah.
You know, that's we don't have another extended stay away from the tournament.
Yeah. Look, I think that one, the extended stay away from the tournament, it boils down to the leadership of SAFA. I mean, Hugo Bruce, we know that he is leaving now in June. What is the succession plan for South Africa look like? You know, it's something that SAFA is mum about, and I just hope that their mum, not because there's not something on the works. I hope their mum because there is something that they will present when Hugo leaves. You know, I hope it's not going to be a whole new setup. You know, it's just going to be continuation of what Hugo has built, because so far it looks like what Hugo has built is working for us. You know, you look at a team like France, you know, Didier Deschamps has announced that it's going to be his last World Cup, but we know who's going to take over already. You know, though they have not announced, but it's written on the wall. You know, something like that is very important, you know, to always have a plan, you know, when your manager leaves. Because I think for Bafana continuation, we really need to have a proper plan in place.
What do you want to see tonight? Greenpoint Stadium, Cape Town, Bafana.
And I think it's a sold out affairs, you know.
Yeah, so what do you want to see?
I just want to see less mistakes, honestly speaking. I want to see less mistakes. I want to see Bafana converting their chances, because I think that is the only thing that makes me uncomfortable going to the World Cup. The mere fact that we're not clinical and we're still making those silly mistakes, you know.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Let's switch it up. Of course, no domestic club football really to be spoken about.
Well, there's
the one piece of news that, you know, every week we're going to have news about who Kaizer Chiefs are going to appoint as manager.
Of course.
We're going to have new news every week. Between now and the summer, the European summer, between now and the break, the winter break, we are going to have news about a manager at Kaizer Chiefs in a story, or coach or head coach. This is, besides like the very exciting ones, like when Pete Saw was mentioned, etc., of course, that's, you know, who wouldn't be excited by the potential of that?
Yeah.
Coach Mangoba being mentioned this week.
Yeah, I saw, and I'm like, okay, what is this? But yeah, it does look like there's a rumor that it could be headed to Nigeria, but I don't know. I don't think. We've seen it in the past. We've seen Peter being linked to Kaizer Chiefs. Now it's Mangoba. So we'll see. But would it be a good fit? I think he's a quality manager.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about his credentials, his experience, his CV is showing, yes, this is a man who can come and do this job. This is the man who probably should come and do this job based on the evidence of who's available right now.
Yeah.
Besides going and shopping internationally, but we saw how that just went. You know, if you're getting managers who don't even speak English, come on.
Yeah.
You know, let's get a proper, proven Betway Premiership manager or PSL manager. And
I just wonder if he's
the big concern is the clash in personalities, right? Mangoba is a big personality.
He's a big personality, and he's not a guy that just like he struck me as a guy like Kevin Hunt, who just
and look how that worked out for Gavin.
That's what I'm saying.
Chiefs, you know,
that could be the only hindrance.
That's what I think as well. Is that I think
he'd
be a good fit from football in the footballing terms alone.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Because Kevin Hunt was a good footballing coach.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's just the behind the scenes is like, how is ownership, the directors, etc., going to get along with the man?
Yeah,
you know, and what sort of structures is he going to want to bring in place? Of course, his experience at Sundowns, many years at Sundowns through the various positions that he found himself in at that club. You know, he could bring a little bit of that culture or those systems into place at Kaizer Chiefs if he's given the power to. And come on, you can't tell me that's not going to bring success.
No, definitely it will bring success.
It has to be. There's no two ways about it. Because, listen, you want to talk about success in football. Mamelodi Sundowns is success in football.
Of course, yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's I guess the only news from our. There's also rumors of Mo Salah coming to Sundowns. I mean,
hey man, come
on, guys.
Are
we still sleeping?
No. If he has reached
Sundowns
that level,
has good money.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have Saudi Pro League money.
Never.
Let's be honest.
Nah, no doubt.
We only imagine there's one destination for Mo Salah now.
Yeah, nice. Definitely Saudi Pro League.
Saudi Pro League. And it might be Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane, and Mohamed Salah, supported by João Felix at Al Nassr. So that could be a serious...
Not crazy.
That could be a serious team.
Yeah.
If you've got Mo Salah on the right, Sadio Mane on the left, we know how that worked out at Liverpool, of course.
Cristiano Ronaldo and João Felix.
And João Felix. That's a dangerous attacking line. And don't be surprised if that's what we see next season.
Yeah, no, it would be interesting. But I think he's definitely Saudi Pro bound.
I think so. I think that's the way.
There's no way.
Look, legendary player Mo Salah, and I guess we're now transitioning into that.
Yeah,
I'd rather wait a little bit before we get into Premier League football ahead of this weekend. But yeah, Mo Salah to Mamelodi Sundowns. You're dreaming. You're crazy. You're dreaming. It's not easy coming out. What's going on?
No, it's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
What do you think, before we move on, what do you think of Senegal players?
Yes.
Parading their trophy in Peru.
Well,
that's just complete defiance.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
And, power to them,
Yeah.
But now it's like it's a protest in many ways.
It is a protest.
We made our feelings clear on the decision. That we feel like if you made the decision on the day of the game,
it would have made sense.
And you manage that situation properly. That makes sense. But 3 months later, retrospectively, just be like, oh, by the way, you didn't win this. I'd be just like those players. Just like those players. I'd be as arrogant with it. I'd be just like their president of their football association. I'd be just like all of them. I mean, did you see the video they played in the stadium of the trophy, of the CAF trophy flying through the air, etc.? They made a whole video of the CAF trophy. So, hey, look, it's entertaining at the very least.
It was probably part of the agreement when they agreed to play that, that fixture, to say, hey, this is what's going to happen.
Absolutely. And I think they're having fun with it. I think they're basically saying, hey, come and get it. And is there anything more African than that? And
how embarrassing it is, for CAF, because now they've lifted it, and now they were parading it. Those pictures are up there, So it's your authority is diminished. It's diminished. The authority is diminished. And will there ever be anyone that's going to take Morocco serious when they say they've won the AFCON 2025? I don't think so. I think Senegal are on the driving seat. I think CAF will overrule it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah. I'm sure they...
Hopefully they do, because it's not good for football, this nonsense.
Just give it to Bafana. Just
we're far behind. When we... if we're in there, we're bad.
What were we? Top 8? Top 16?
Top 16, bro.
Top 16, come on.
Nah, not worth it.
Yeah. Back to international football.
Yeah.
Speaking of CAF qualifying for the World Cup, etc., DRC versus Jamaica. This is the last of the playoff paths, which is this very complicated mess of different countries that didn't qualify directly through their little bits. So the DRC won the CAF playoff qualifiers in CAF competition and got themselves a final spot, so that they have to play Jamaica tonight in Guadalajara, Mexico. It's 11 p.m. kickoff for us here in Mexico. If the DRC manage to beat Jamaica in that fixture, then they qualify for the World Cup, and we see another African team in the World Cup.
Yeah.
If they fail to, then we've already reached our consortium of African participants in the World Cup this year. All the best to DRC.
All the best to DRC. I mean, they've got quality. You talk
they have
about
a good side,
One Bissaka, we say.
They've got some good Premier League players.
I don't think they even have local players in their squad. It's like international based players. They're really a good side. So I think I don't see them having any issues there. I think they're gonna qualify.
Yeah. And Jamaica, not really like absolutely strong.
It's not a very big football nation,
right? I mean, they're an island country, right? Yeah. I know that cricket's big in Jamaica, but then they play for the West Indies, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a small island. It's difficult to create enough football talent for that country to compete in football. It's the size of the country. is so small.
Yeah, maybe they need to take Cape Verde's
philosophy.
Philosophy or the framework that they use for their football, because they really are good.
Yeah, they're attracting players with Cape Verdean heritage, and I think Jamaica have done that for years, right? Players born in England but who have Jamaican descent.
Yeah, because I think Sterling is one of them.
Yeah, that Jamaica were chasing, but he ended up playing for England.
And then the boy that the boy that was left United to under the dark cloud, man, of rape allegations and whatnot.
Oh yes, Mason Greenwood. That's
Greenwood, yeah, is also I think from.
Yeah, but he played for England already, so he's not going to qualify for Jamaica anymore, right?
And I think Morgan was also from there. Morgan from Leicester.
Yeah, so there's quite a few players quality players who have Jamaican descent.
That boy from what's it called? Sorry, I'm getting carried away here. The boy from Aston Villa who went on loan and came back now. It's really good, man. I forgot his name, man.
Hey, they're going to put it in the comments, right?
Yeah. I think it's from Jamaica as well. So if they actually can attract their talent back home, they can actually be a force.
Absolutely. But best of luck to DRC,
of
course. And then the final playoff path position outside of Europe is Bolivia versus Iraq. That's also tonight. It's actually tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. In Monterrey, which I believe is in Canada. So, hey, look, all the best to the teams there, particularly DRC, and then the European qualifiers. This is now where it really hots up, because you start looking at some of these teams and you're like, okay, these are good sides. These are really good sides. We were just bragging about DRC and talking about the quality in their side. Bosnia and Herzegovina, we're familiar with them. Edin Dzeko made them famous really in footballing terms. He was a top player. Edin Dzeko, I mean, you as a City fan,
what a player,
you know all about him, right? But Italy, they were on the brink. It looked like they weren't going to qualify for the World Cup, whatever. Sandro Tonali this last week carries them himself, and now they've got an opportunity to beat Bosnia and Herzegovina tonight, and Italy are in the World Cup. Everybody wants to see that, right?
Of course.
I mean, they've won.
It's been a while now.
When you former champions, etc., everyone wants to see former champions in the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
No disrespect to Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm sure their local people will be behind them all the way on this fixture. They really want to go through. But if you're a neutral, surely you want to see Italy in the World Cup.
Of course.
They're former champions. Come on.
Former champions.
And they've won it enough times.
They just add another dynamic to the competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then you've got Czech Republic and Denmark. Good sides. Good players in those teams. Talking about Premier League talent everywhere. Denmark and Czech Republic. They've brought out some standout players, some stellar names in European football as well. Sweden and Poland, I mean, we know all about them. Some of the top strikers in world football. Victor Gyökeres went for big money to Arsenal, Swedish man. Historically, we've seen Zlatan Ibrahimovic out of Sweden. That's historically a good football team. Poland, I mean, currently their top man is still Robert Lewandowski. And they've got a lot of talent through the ranks of that Polish side as well. And then Kosovo versus Turkey. This is the biggest mismatch in these European qualifiers, because as good as I think Kosovo are,
I don't think they can match Turkey.
Turkey is such a good side and a good young team. They've got such talent. And I just want to see Arda Güler and Kenan Yildiz at the World Cup. You want to see these players with that quality. You want to see them at the World Cup.
Not definitely.
And it's all the best to Turkey in that one, in my opinion. Sorry to anyone who supports Kosovo who's watching this.
What are the chances?
How did you find us? How did you find us? No offense to any Kosovo fans who are watching this, but I'm backing Turkey in that one. Those are European qualifiers happening this evening in terms of the last few spots for this summer's FIFA World Cup. In Mexico.
And the player I was looking for is Bailey.
Leon Bailey. Yeah, good player.
Good player.
Okay. Right. Some Premier League news now.
Yeah.
Now that we can shift over to there.
Yeah.
Igor Tudor. The worst 6 weeks he could have ever dreamt of. I mean, our condolences to him on whatever that personal issue was that he had. He had some sort of family crisis or personal crisis or whatever during his stint now at Spurs. But boy, oh boy, the football did all the talking for us, and it was bad.
It was bad. 7 games, 2 wins.
They've not won a game this year, have they?
Yeah.
Spurs. I think they got a draw against Liverpool. I think that's the best result.
But you blame the man.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. But was he the right caliber of a coach that would have taken them out of that hole? I don't think he was.
He wasn't bad at Juventus. He did a fair job at Juventus.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably a good coach. And they brought him in thinking, okay, he's Eastern European. He's got some steel, and he's going to bring some steel into the squad. He should have brought a physio into that squad, because Spurs, every player is injured, and that's
and this has always been their problem.
This has been the problem all season.
Yeah,
even last season.
Yeah, even the beginning. I was about to say, even was it Frank in the beginning of the season? He had the same problem.
Same problem. Yeah. And let's be honest, Spurs looked very good against PSG in that European Super Cup.
It looked like they were going to win it at some point.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to beat PSG.
Because they lost it in the last minute, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
PSG pushed a little bit and they managed to get the goal, but they looked good. And we thought, wow, under, Ange Postecoglou built this side that was a little bit crazy and frantic, and they weren't getting points, but they won a European Cup. Not the Champions League, but a European Cup, Europa League. Then Thomas Frank came in and sort of steadied the ship and was like, look, guys, as much as I'd like us to score goals and push up the field, whatever, we need to have these structures in place to cover it. That's how football works. And, we know Thomas Frank is like the university professor of football.
Yeah.
He's proven that with his time at Brentford, is that he made a team with no budget whatsoever look a good football side.
Just because of the structure.
Because of the structure, because of his study, because of the science of football that he did such a good job on. Went to Spurs. I was going to say, for whatever reason, it didn't work out, largely injuries. And then I think there's just a mentality issue at that club.
Yeah, I think once you go through such a dip for a longest time, no matter how good you are as a player, it does get to you. You try everything, but once you start making that one mistake, you just lose the game. Yeah. And I think that has been like Spurs' biggest problem, that the mentality, I think, has slightly shifted. They're not believing in themselves like the Spurs that we all know as a top 6 club.
Hypothetically, by the time this airs, Roberto De Zerbi might be Tottenham Hotspur manager. We don't know. He's been offered a 5-year deal at the time of us recording this. They're in discussions.
Yeah, it's either very brave or stupid.
Especially a 5-year deal. Because it's very possible that next year you're a championship manager.
Yeah. But imagine...
Spurs might bounce right back up.
Yeah, you bounce right back. You're a legend. You get relegated. You are known to be the manager that relegated one of the top 6 teams. For the first time in how many... I don't know if they were ever relegated. I don't have that record.
Just wait till May.
Just wait until May.
Say, hey,
I'm coming.
Good luck.
In May.
Good luck. You survive, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming in May.
I don't know.
You survive, I'm coming in May.
Is he desperate for a job?
He can't be desperate, right? He can't be desperate. I mean, he just left Marseille. Was it in France? So...
even if you're desperate, can't you survive 2 months?
Sure. I don't know. How much? Maybe he is Italian. Maybe he likes good wine, like really expensive wine. He needs the job.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But jeez, man, imagine getting there and get relegated. They're going to say, who was the manager when they got relegated?
Thomas Frank.
He left long time ago. He will tell you, I would have turned things around.
It's a good point. Ange Postecoglou. He also could tell you, I would have turned things around. Yeah. Hey, I won the European
Europa he won a cup. In first time in
I nearly got relegated, but I won the Europa League.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, hey, look, if you're not an Arsenal fan, I don't think you want to see Spurs relegated.
Yeah, only Arsenal fans and maybe some other London teams, maybe.
Maybe. But I mean, for me, I'm a Man United fan. I don't really care to see Spurs relegated.
Yeah, do you care?
I'm not going to... I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Nah.
But Spurs, gone. Wow.
It's a probability right now.
It's a massive one. Like you say, it's not even a possibility, it's a probability after the Nottingham Forest game.
Yeah.
And West Ham are one of the more informed sides in this half of the season since the New Year break. As Spurs are in freefall.
Yes.
And the way things look now, whoever comes in has to fix this because they're going to go.
Yeah, because next fixture.
The way things are going, they're going to go.
Yeah, next fixture, they need results. And if result doesn't come,
then that pressure is just heavier and heavier and
heavier. More so if the immediate rival wins, like West Ham, if they go and win their next fixture, they're up. Whatever happens, if they lose and the West Ham wins, they're out of relegation, West Ham. And if for a team that has been in a relegation for the longest time, the moment they go out,
psychologically,
it shifts. If they get into another gear, they might just survive it.
I'm a fan of Roberto De Zerbi, though. I think he's a very good manager.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's enough time to fix it. I think if Spurs survive this and he comes in as manager, it's not his doing. It's luck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think that any manager, besides like maybe a Sam Allardyce or someone, if you can get, hey, Harry Redknapp was here, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, you know.
But he's tired.
Hey, I don't know. You know,
where's Big Sam, man?
Big Sam when you need him. Where is he?
Yeah, I just need Big Sam, give him a couple of games and a packet of gum. He's sorted.
He'll fix it right up. He'll fix it right up. And look, let's see how this plays out. But Roberto De Zerbi, I think, is a top manager and Spurs will be lucky to have him. But to be looking at appointing a manager on a 5-year contract today is strange.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Like, surely you should just be saying, look,
just finish off
temporary. Let's finish off the season. Let's find someone to get us out.
Yeah. Let's talk in summer.
Yeah.
Well, European summer.
Let's see if Poch wants to come off the USA. You know? Because that would be a
just
great...
do bad and then he must just pack his bag after.
Yeah, come. After the World Cup. Come, Poch.
Yeah. Brother, the devil you know sometimes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Spurs would be, for me, if I were a Spurs fan, I'd be saying, hey, let's get someone to make
they
us
haven't
survive.
really, beside Ange winning the league, the
Europa League.
Yeah, Europa League. I don't think they've had a manager that has done so much for that team in recent years than Poch.
Yeah, Poch got them to Champions League finals.
Yeah, he lost to, what was it, Liverpool, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was Liverpool.
I can't recall.
Yeah, I remember Spurs beating City in the semi-finals. I remember Sterling scoring like a last-minute goal and it was disallowed for offside. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was against Liverpool.
But that was the best Spurs side that we've seen in a long time, was that Poch Spurs side. Yeah. And, it's not guaranteed that he'll make them a top 6 team again right away. But I think Poch will be the man for that job if they can get him.
Yeah, definitely.
If they can get him. Otherwise, Roberto De Zerbi, I think he's a good manager. I don't know if Roberto De Zerbi is also waiting to see what happens with the Man United job, because that could be up for grabs still. You know, we're talking about manager changes. We haven't even spoken about Man United because Michael Carrick's doing so well. We just assume he's going to be manager next season.
Yeah.
But that job is still up for grabs.
It is.
And
but it's probably one of the
who knows
favorites.
If the Liverpool job is up for grabs as well.
I think that one it's open.
Because I don't know if Arne Slot's going to be there next season.
I don't think. I want to bet my last dollar on it. I don't think he's going to be there.
And who's to say the Manchester City job is guaranteed?
That one I won't bet my last dollar on.
I think there's only one. And hey, guarantee is a strong word.
Yeah.
Because you look at all the top teams in England. Liam Rossini.
Yeah.
He could be out. No one would be surprised, right?
Yeah.
And Arne Slot.
Yeah.
Could be out.
Yeah.
Michael Carrick isn't even technically the manager next season.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's going to be there. Pep, we're not sure he's going to be there. Spurs don't even have a manager. We don't know who's going to be there. That leaves Arsenal. If Arsenal finish second everywhere again,
who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Like I said, it's not a guarantee because
could have an entire brand new
top 6.
Top 6 with.
So in saying that, De Zerbi getting offered a 5-year deal.
He might have shot himself in the foot. Because out of those 6, he could get one.
Because of every job you want in world football as a manager, besides like Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, like the real top European clubs. Outside of that, you want a big 6 team in the Premier League.
Of course.
I mean,
that's a no-brainer.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Now, Roberto De Zerbi has been on the lips of almost all of these clubs. In one way or another.
This work is during the time at
Brighton.
At Brighton,
he did great work, and he was doing well in France as well. It was just maybe a bit of a personal issue with the owners, but we know what it's like in France as well. You know, the owners don't like something you said or how you looked at their girlfriend, and maybe you're out tomorrow. Like, who knows? But it could be a mistake to go to Spurs when there's other jobs maybe coming up. I'm not saying Arsenal would hire him, but I'm not saying Arsenal won't. Yeah. I'm not saying Liverpool would hire him, but I'm not saying Liverpool won't.
Yeah. Look, for Liverpool, I think if Slot leaves, Xabi is in.
It has to be Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, Xabi Alonso is in.
Yeah, and then who knows? Gareth Southgate seems to think that one of those jobs are his.
Southgate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems to think one of those jobs are his.
Perhaps.
Because he got, it seems like he was
rumored of United as well.
That because he's got a very close relationship with the owners. Sir Jim Radcliffe and Gareth Southgate apparently have a very good relationship. He could be Man United manager next season.
Sure. Who knows?
And the rumor mill was that Gareth Southgate was offered some jobs in the Premier League and he didn't want to take any of them because he felt they were below him because he's been England manager and he wants a top 6 side to be a thing. And I think to me, I was like, Gareth Southgate, you should be so lucky to be offered a job in the Premier League at all.
Yeah, I agree.
For me, it's like you did a fair job at England.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was not really like...
But you didn't... Come on.
Yeah,
you didn't shoot out the stars.
No. So
the Big Six could be completely different managers ruling the roost. You know, do I expect Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta to be there next season? Yes, probably.
I think so.
On a slot as well, I think he's probably got another season in him if they qualify for Champions League.
Yeah, if they do well.
If they qualify for Champions League.
And they do well.
And they do fairly.
Gets to the final.
Yeah, or semi-final or whatever. And they've just won the league. He maybe gets another season. But, you know, you look at Michael Carrick. He probably should be appointed because United do look much better under him than they've looked in a while. So.
Has he lost a game?
Yes.
Just one.
Yeah, I think he lost one.
Oh, did he draw?
Did he draw? No, he drew one game. Yeah. So he's unbeaten.
Yeah.
Well done to him. Anyway, so Premier League, the manager rat race could be flipping everything on its head.
To be interesting.
But this weekend, there is domestic cup football in the Nedbank Cup.
Yep.
TS Galaxy Milford on Sunday and Durban City versus Kazrick Stars on Saturday. Nedbank Cup semi-finals. What's going to happen?
It's our another weekend off for us.
Because who cares?
You can sleep. No, jokes aside, it's going to be an interesting one. You know, I think it's going to be all PSL side going through.
Yeah, Betway Premiership action all the way in terms of the Nedbank Cup final. Yeah. Durban City against TS Galaxy.
I think so.
Would you have preferred to see the semi-finals be Kazrick Stars versus Milford and Durban City versus TS Galaxy? It would have guaranteed you at least one more Tepe Foundation team in the Nedbank Cup final.
It would have, but hey, look, I don't think I'm vested in that. Hey, honestly speaking, I just want to see good football this coming weekend. And if it's Kazrick Stars, by all means, you know. But I think their luck runs out this coming weekend.
Have we had an announcement yet for the Nedbank Cup final where it's going to be?
Look, it's probably gonna. There hasn't been any announcement. They probably do the home and away draw and then just announce where the Nedbank is gonna be. It's probably on the fixture of Sunday afternoon. That's usually what they do. But I don't think there's money in guessing where it might end up. It's 2 places. I think it's Mbombela or Mabhida.
Hey, Mabhida was pumping this weekend anyway. Friday night, it was fun. You know?
They just got the formula of attracting this big game. So, and apparently, it's hard to beat. I mean, to beat Mabhida in terms of what they offer.
Well, according to an AI overview, based on the reports as of March, the final is heavily tipped to be hosted at the DHL Stadium in Cape Town.
Okay, that will be a first.
That'll be a first. Yeah,
it should be interesting. Cape Town is a good vibe as well.
Yeah, pretty cool. I think that'll be a good game. Yeah. So. Anyway,
can start driving.
We were talking about Big Six clubs. I don't know if it might be cheaper to fly with the petrol prices going up after April. So I don't know how we're going to
get... The jet also uses the fuel. So
that's also true.
Maybe let's start cycling.
It's downhill that way. It's about getting back is the hardest
problem.
part. We were talking about the big six teams having different managers next season. There's 4 of the big 6 still in the FA Cup, and there's FA Cup action this weekend. Quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Manchester City versus Liverpool.
It's a big one, that one.
It's a big one, that one. And it's important. Look, Pep's got a trophy in his hands, and he's fighting for the Premier League.
Yeah.
This is a big game for Arne Slot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Look, he's still in the Champions League.
Yeah, but the league is gone. But he would want to probably have at least a trophy this season.
This is his best chance to save his job.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah,
because if he qualifies for Champions League and wins an FA Cup, this is not an unsuccessful season for Liverpool in a way. I think it's unsuccessful no matter how you look at it when you're defending champions and you do this badly after spending so much money.
Yeah.
I think that's tough to take. But win this game and there's fewer teams in between you and an FA Cup win.
Not true. Liverpool are going to be looking at that fixture and saying this is an opportunity to have a trophy in the cabinet and sort of like have a save the season kind of approach, you know?
It is at the Etihad, however, and that's not good news for Liverpool. No, they would have loved for that to be at Anfield.
And it's only one fixture, eh?
I think it's only one fixture in FA Cup, yeah. So it's just you draw home or away. It's the luck of the draw. It's a luck and I think it's from the next set of games, semi-finals are played at neutral ground, Wembley.
Yes.
Yeah. Chelsea versus Port Vale.
Chelsea.
Come on.
Yeah. You never know, eh? With Chelsea.
Is it another game Port Vale's going to outrun them?
Yeah, never know. Never know with Chelsea.
Southampton against Arsenal. Southampton's a tough team.
It's a tough team.
Southampton's that's a good team.
Hey, quadruple. We are into treble now.
Hey, we're into double. Because I don't know if they're going to survive this weekend. When St. Mary's is bouncing, Arsenal coming to town.
Ooh. I'm actually looking forward to that game, actually.
And championship sides aren't jokes. That's a good game.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good game. That's Saturday 9 p.m. That's Saturday night fixture. Southampton against Arsenal. That's actually, I mean, of course, we're going to watch City and Liverpool at the Etihad. That's the standout fixture. But Southampton against Arsenal, that's a good game.
Yeah.
And that could be huge for Arsenal if they do get through to that, because then their next fixture is a step closer to that treble that they've been looking at.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the treble still.
Yeah, still
at the end of the day, it's the treble.
Yeah,
you know, it's FA Cup, Champions League, and the league.
It's the one.
It's the one.
Yeah.
You know, so West Ham Leeds, another good game in the FA Cup.
Yeah. I like to see Leeds going through so that West Ham can go. Oh, well, they're both in the same boat anyway.
A little bit. West Ham's more in the relegation boat than Leeds, eh? So
if Leeds can go through, West Ham can just focus on the league.
Yeah.
Because I want to take West Ham out of that hole.
Yeah, but then who do you want to get relegated? We know you. Forest.
Yeah,
Forest must go. But they just beat Spurs. So anyway.
Pity. Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much. After a boring weekend of football, we still managed to speak to each other for like an hour. I don't know how we do it.
We talk a lot.
We just love football.
That's true.
Anyway, I'm Marco Martins.
I'm Musuphi.
And this is Black and White Boots. Danko.
Means thank you.